my name's Amber Burney, and welcome back to Amber's Poetic Readings. Okay, you guys, so today is Toxic Tuesday. Oh, y'all thought I was gonna bring tea for real? In my hand, I have healing stones, and I just like to set the stones out when I write or when I read, and it helps create positive energy. So in my hand, this beautiful stone is a pyrite, and it is supposed to, I'm just showing it off basically because it's shiny. Stone is supposed to increase stamina and helps to conquer bad habits. And our bad habit today is being toxic, okay? So we're gonna set this stone down right there. And this other pretty healing stone is a hematite. But that stone is supposed to offer subtle energy of protection and balance, promotes power for healing, clarity, and awareness. And right now, we need to be aware of all the toxic traits that we have going on. I wonder if I can sip my tea every time I say the word toxic. And now I'm gonna read the first poem. What if a what if wasn't it? Would you feel me then? What if I wasn't me and you weren't into me? What if then? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try to read it without stumbling. If a room was full, would you still ask for more space? If I asked for the truth, would you stare back with a lie on my face? If the silence is still and you still talk, would it be childish if I gawk? Faced with questions of what ifs, I'm forced to hold my own sniffs. If I was selfish, would you feel me then? Praying to God, amen. What if a what if wasn't it? Would you feel me then? What if I wasn't me and you weren't into me? What if then? My main point about what if, we struggle with being toxic mainly within ourselves. And normally when you're toxic yourself, you take those toxic ways, traits, and you pass them on to other people and you hang out with them, and then we normalize certain things. What if that word to me, that phrase, I feel like what if shouldn't be a factor. Like, yes, you should question certain things, you should plan out. With certain opportunities, you can't control certain things that happen to you in life. With that statement being said, a strong one would be friendships. And a lot of people are like, what if we're not friends anymore? What if we don't hang out anymore? At least what you had during that time was genuine. And a lot of people don't understand that you go through phases in life. And each phase that you go into, your friends aren't meant to go to this phase, to this phase, to this phase. If you are holding on to those same toxic ways, just being so draining. You know, there are a lot of friends out there who are all like, me, gimme. Me time. I want to hang out right now. I don't care what you have going on. You know, no, that's not cool. The really self-centered friends, you know, they call you up and they have an issue and they just talk, and before you can get a word out, they're already talking about their next problem. It's okay to be a listener sometimes, but a mutual friendship is something that you talk to me, I listen, and I give you my feedback, and I talk to you and you listen and you give me your feedback. That's normally how a conversation works. Good friends would tell you, hey, whatever you need, I got you, but I gotta handle me first. And so many people have it twisted, like we're just supposed to be on go all the time for you. No, that's loyalty This is my team. No, if you want a team, you go hire people to be your team. Your friends are not your team. And I feel like people are trying to normalize that. Work relationships with friends, like working for a friend, that's mixing business with pleasure. That's how it gets messy. What if we never became friends and they feel like you're not supporting them, that, oh, well, they just not my friend. I can go talk to somebody else about it, and somebody who's going to agree. And because you don't feel the way that they feel, a real friend is going to tell you the truth. A real friend is not going to allow you to continue to do the same thing. I feel like my biggest toxic trait is maybe I'm not sentimental enough for my friends, but when it comes to my friend, I want what's best for them. I want to give them the best advice, and a lot of the times I feel like they just need a shoulder to cry on, and I'm just like, stand up tall, stand up to them. You don't need that, you better than that. And I feel like they just want me to be a listener. Normalize listening to people when they talk. Let them talk first, and then when they're done, you talk. Don't interrupt people. That's rude. Oh, you know what? A lot of y'all friends don't know what's going on with your friend because you're too busy talking over them. You're too busy telling them about your own problems. If you want to vent to yourself in the mirror. If you want to vent and you want somebody to listen to yourself vent. Record yourself venting. But if you have somebody who is genuinely trying to be there for you, dedicated to you, don't shut them out by just being a me. That is so aggravating. I could go on and on about toxic friendships, toxic relationships, and then yourself. The first step to stopping the initial toxic trait is to address it. Write down some of the negatives about yourself. And I feel like this is something that people don't do. They don't allow themselves time to rebuild. Be self-critical. Normalize being self-critical. Don't be too hard on yourself, but know that if this person falling out with you, this person falling out with you, this person falling out with you, oh, we were friends, but they don't want to hang out with me. They don't want to hang out with me. Sometimes the problem isn't the friend. Sometimes the problem is you. And then I have to confess, sometimes the problem is within yourself. Sometimes you are the one that's being toxic. You are the one that's being toxic, not them. Remember that. So what if you weren't toxic? How many opportunities do you think you would have had? Where do you think you would be if you weren't so toxic? Now, something about myself, I am petty. I said it, I'm very petty. And maybe that's why I'm not in certain relationships. I don't have certain friends, and I don't have certain opportunities. Addressing the toxic in me, that is a long list. And there's nothing wrong with knowing how toxic you are as long as you're working on it. But don't continue to be toxic and continue to do it. Like, that's not cool. At this point, everything gotta be a contract, because you're signing up for this. But just because you're signing up for it doesn't mean that you don't have the opportunity or the chance to grow, the chance to move forward from that toxic trait that you had. Sometimes I just get in a mood where I get so aggravated And what I mean by aggravated is just a really strong feeling of aggravation. And I'm just like, that is not okay. I am not supposed to get this aggravated by this person breathing. Like, that's not normal. That's not normal. But I feel like I seclude myself a lot because I don't want to come off as being rude. Because you get around certain people, and I make facial expressions. I make really strong facial expressions. Like somebody coughing, I'm looking at them like sneezing, like, boy, cover your mouth. Stuff like, or they could just be walking, and I could just look at them, and I could just be like, ugh. Like, I like to think that I don't judge people, but truth be told, I am judging them. That's something that isn't cool. Very toxic. Judging, okay? Judging is very toxic. And I'm not saying that nobody judges. I'm not saying you're the perfect person if you don't judge. There's only one person that don't judge, and we all know who that is. The judging is real. And although it's in your head, you're manifesting those negative thoughts about people, and then it just sits there. And I'm not saying that everybody you have to just think positive things about, but try not to make it, oh my God, look how they're pushing the buggy. Oh my God, look how they're standing. Just look over it. But maybe there's something wrong with me, but like when I go into a grocery store, I get super annoyed. It's like, why are you standing so close to me? Like, don't breathe. I can hear you breathing, and I'm annoyed. I don't know. Does that happen to y'all, or am I just slow? I wrote another poem about aggravation, and this poem actually makes me feel better because it lets me know that it's okay to be aggravated sometimes, but I should try not to be as aggravated with certain things that people do. Like, I don't know any of these people, but I should try not to be so aggravated. But when I get in this mood, it's just nothing comes over me. This negative thought of aggravation comes over me. And I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at everything I see on social media. Toxic. Prayer. So this next poem is called Aggravation. I'm aggravated. This aggravation of people will lead me to damnation. I'm annoyed. My nerves are so impulsive they might explode. I've been pretending to like you people, but truth is I'm irritated. I'm aggravated. This aggravation of people will lead me to damnation. I'm annoyed. My nerves are so impulsive they might explode. I've been pretending to like you people, but truth is I'm irritated. A lot of people don't know how toxic they are being. And I spoke about aggravation a lot because when we vent to people, we're normally aggravated. When we allow ourselves to manifest that negative thought of aggravation, it continues to grow and grow and grow. And you continue to nitpick and point out all these other things about people or even yourself. I'm the most critical person on myself. I shouldn't be so judgmental with myself. However, I'm rooting for my own self. I gotta make sure that when I do find these friends, when I do find the relationship that I want, the job that I want, opportunities that I want, that I am able to address these stages and forms of toxicness.